how do we set up the TEAM Model mobile as well as the student IRS clicker simply on your mobile phone. Alright, so that the teachers could actually conduct interactive lesson with their students while the students are at home. Alright, shall we begin? Now allow me to share with you some of my slides for this evening before we go into the live environment of the TEAM Model Smarter Classroom using HiTeach Mobile. Alright, this is my topic for today. Alright, the setting up of the TEAM Model HiTeach Mobile and web-based IRS. Now, this is a particular initiative that we have came out to support schools during this COVID-19 period where a lot of students are still staying at home, and we would like to help teachers to be able to conduct interactive lessons with the students easily. Alright, without further ado, let's proceed. Alright, now let's go through the teacher's setup. Alright, allow me to just show you some of the details in this PowerPoint presentation of mine. Alright, there we go. Alright, now there are two ways where the teachers could set up their lesson teaching platform. Right? Now, if you are able, okay, to still go to school while your students are at home, you can use the live streaming version on the left, where the teachers could actually be teaching in the school's teaching laboratory, right, and stream the teaching content via any video conferencing platform, right, to the teachers, to the students at home. I'm sorry. Now, if you couldn't be able to go to the school, you can simply do this by connecting to your laptop in the comfort of your home, all right, and then by sending the materials, live streaming the materials again via any video conferencing platform, be it Google Meet, Zoom, WebEx, anything, as long as you are able to share screen with your students. All right, so this is the two setup on the teacher's front. Okay, now what about the students? What will be the setup for the students? All right, now there are two ways which the students could set up. All right, now if the students have applied for a TEAM Model account, you could actually use the A Class 1 app you should see on the left, all right, which is an application that students could register for an account. Now, if you want to make it easy, which is the version that we are going to share with you today, which is a simple registration of a web-based A Class 1 simply by using a mobile phone. Alright, you don't even need to have the hassle of setting up an account prior to coming to class. Alright, now as you can see, in this page, alright, there are a few ways which you can do the setup. Alright, you can set up using your mobile devices. Alright, now if you have with yourself a Android phone, alright, you will need to download any QR code reader, or if your mobile phone inside you have a WeChat account or a Line communication account, you can use all these methods to log in to your web IRS. But if you are holding a iPhone, right, it's just slightly simpler. You could simply just use the camera function and it will automatically become a web browser. Alright, it will link you to a website. It will simply ask you to enter the classroom, alright, and key in your name, and you will have the digital IRS clicker on your mobile phone in no time, and we will be prepared to start our lesson. Alright, so much to say. Alright, we are now ready to show you a very simple demonstration of how you can actually achieve this simply just either with your iPhone or with your Android phone. I'm going to show examples. Alright, so what we are going to do now, create my HiTeach teaching software. Alright, see the HiTeach. I hope you could see the screen. Just give me a second. Alright, I think I probably need to turn this sharing. Alright, now let's hope. Here we go. Okay, so let me just do some adjustment to our presentation here. Alright, and I'm now ready to show you the screen that we are going to use. Now on my right, on my desktop, you see the software of HiTeach. Now the very first step you are going to do, alright, is to click on the Hi icon here. Alright, I'm going to say here on the desktop. Alright, it's a Hi function on the top right hand corner of the function bar. Now the moment you click on Hi, you will see the login page for your class. Now go to login and logout. Alright, basically the classroom wizard for you to make connection. Now as you know, our software is actually a security identity secure platform. Alright, that only registered teachers will be able to connect to the classroom. So how do you register it? Very simple. We have a teacher-based application, okay, of what we call the HiTA to your account. Alright, I'm going to scan this QR code. Alright, I'm going to scan this QR code with my ID. Soon you're going to see on the screen, it is going to recognize that it is my account. Do you see my handsome face there for a short while? Alright, now we are at this page where we are ready to start a new class. Alright, now imagine your students are all separated, alright, without registering for any pre-account. What you need to do now, okay, you see a plus sign here on my startup page for the course. Just click the plus, alright, and call it, I'm going to read it as clip 1, setup of HiTeach mobile. Alright, and just imagine that I'm going to split the class into 2 groups and there are a total of a minimum 10 students. Simply click on the icon create now. If you can see on my desktop, click on create now. Alright, and you are all ready to start your class by clicking start class. Okay, now you have already created a course. Okay, you have already created a course which you are now ready to register your students. Now, as all your students will be watching this video conferencing, alright, so they will also be able to see the screen which you share using your video conferencing platform. So the next thing that you are going to do is on the top functional bar, click on the drop down. You see an icon where there are 2 mobile phones here and a tablet, and the top it says classroom. Now this is the very simple function for you to allow your students to connect. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to click on this icon. Alright, and you see that it is a QR code for the students to connect to the classroom. Okay, now I'm going to use 2 demonstrations. Okay, now the first demonstration, I'm going to use my iPhone. Alright, I'm going to use my iPhone. So I'm going to simply turn on my iPhone camera, generic camera code. Now the moment you scan this QR code, realize that it will appear a website on top. You just need to scan it. You don't have to take a picture. Now click on this connection to open the website on your browser. on your browser. And straight away you realize that it's going to lead you to a website that says IRS. Alright? So the next function that it actually says is it asks you to, if you can see, type in your name. I'm not too sure if you can see this clearly. It asks you to type in your name. So I'm going to create my name by simply typing my first name, Jeric. Alright, I'm going to type my name, Jeric. Okay, there you go. Sorry, it's a bit dark here. Alright, and my screen has literally converted into a digital remote control clicker of what we call the IRS. Now I'm going to show, probably I'll just zoom in a bit, right, so that you can see me clearly. Alright, now I'm going to use a Android phone. Now for the Android phone, I will need probably a QR code reader, right? If you can see on the right, I have a QR code reader. I need to turn on my QR code reader. Same thing, right? You can see this is my QR code reader page. I'm going to scan my QR code reader onto this QR code. You will see that it has actually pointed out a website for you to connect yourself to the website. Alright, so I'm going to make the connection now by browse website. And once you browse website, you will realize, right, it will ask you to join the classroom, alright, and asking you to key in your name. So I'm now going to key in a second name. Let's have a second name and let's call it Carol. Alright, easier to identify with a female name. Okay, I'm going to choose the name Carol for the second participants just to show for this demonstration. Okay, and I'm going to ask Carol. Now, so take a look at it. My Android phone has also been converted to a digital clicker. Simple. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how you set up a class and allow your students at home to use their mobile devices, either an iPhone or an Android phone, and to click on to scan this QR code, and their phone will immediately be changed to a student clicker. How do we confirm that both students have already entered the class? Now, you do see in this classroom setup, there is a small clipboard right at the center here. I'm not too sure if you can see. Now, click on the clipboard, and you will be able to see actually the first two students, alright, if you can see clearly on your desktop, is already Jeric and Carol, right? Both of these students have already registered and they are now able to use their IRS, alright, the IRS in your live interactive lesson. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of my first video clip for this today, alright, to simply give you an idea how do we set up the connection, right? How do we set up the connection? Alright, so the moment connected, this is the screen that you will be able to see. Digital clicker basically of the student as well as the name. Alright, and you see that there is actually a switch between a clicker and a text, which means that you can actually function as a clicker for multiple choice question, or you can switch it to the text mode, which you will be able to send any text messages. And at the bottom, you do see a camera, alright, and a submit button on the right. That is for the students to easily take a picture of anything, written work, or even a research project. Use a camera, and they can simply use that function to submit their work to their team. This is going to be a very effective, simple. Okay. This is my clip today, sir, and I have my email address there. Alright, so this is the first part of setting up HiTeach Mobile as well as converting a digital mobile phone to a IRS clicker. Alright, that's the end for today's first video clip. In the next video clip, I'm going to show you how we can actually use the digital IRS clicker on the mobile phone to conduct some interactive activities between the teachers and the students while the teachers is at home as well as the students in the comfort at home. Alright, so TEAM Model, Smarter Classroom, HiTeach Mobile, we bring interactive lesson live online. So, ladies and gentlemen, do be able